Hey, this is the Review Junkie, and today I'll be reviewing the new horror thriller Saw 10. As always, my review will be illustrated and the artwork is done by myself. And if you like movies, art, and comic books, please hit that subscribe button because all my reviews are hand drawn, and I like to get to 1,000 subscribers soon so my channel can be official. This movie stars Tobin Bell, Shawnee Smith, Sinove Makodi Lunn, Stephen Brand, Renata Vaca, and Octavio Hinojosa. It is directed by Kevin Gruder, who previously directed Saw 6 and Saw 3D. This is a non-spoiler review, so everything I discuss will have been shown in the trailer. Absolutely no spoilers. I'll tell you briefly about the plot, the characters, my pros and cons, final thoughts, and if this is worth checking out at your local movie theater. The plot involves Jigsaw, John Kramer, who has stage 4 cancer. There's no cure, and he doesn't have much time left. Even though the franchise is 20 years old, and he's done 8 Saw films, so clearly he's got a lot of time on his hands, but we won't get into that. Okay. So he's informed one day that there's a doctor outside the US who has created an experimental drug that can cure him. He goes, gets the treatment, and realizes afterwards he was conned, and once again finds that he doesn't have much time left. And so he starts to plan his revenge on the team of so-called doctors that scammed him. So I saw this mainly to review it because this is not my kind of genre or franchise. This really is torture porn. The thriller mystery aspect isn't so much the primary focus as it is with the elaborate kills the culprits find themselves in and how that's going to play out, even though we already know the route it's going to go down. I mean, if you're locked up in a chair, there's really nowhere to go, right? Okay. The first thing I liked was the entire premise. The trailer really piqued my interest because it looked like a good old-fashioned revenge film, and who doesn't enjoy those, right? You know, justice has to be served. Plus, I wanted to know about Jigsaw's origin. So Tobin Bell, who plays Jigsaw, is a good actor and his performance is great. He's always been a good actor. He's older now, a bit thinner, and his voice is really showing his age, and all of that contributed to bringing Jigsaw to life for this specific outing and storyline. I also thought the film did something rather clever because Jigsaw punishes people in horrible ways, but something in the last 15 minutes of the film made me question whom the real villain was, and it put him in a new light. Now, this does take place between the first and second film, and it does move at a slower pace, and things pick up around the 40-minute mark. And that didn't bother me. I like the way everything slowly plays out and how the con is set, and it just takes its time before getting ready for the juicy stuff. I thought that the director did a really good job at balancing the slow pacing with the kills because things are just gradually calm and then suddenly the traps go off and there's this heightened moment of chaos. The traps are all on a timer and your adrenaline is going, so I thought that was well done. I like the juxtaposition of the calm before the storm. Suddenly a big jolt occurs and pulls me in. There's also some genuine tension in certain scenes, especially during the kills because it's so gruesome and everyone that's trapped is going apeshit. I did cover my mouth for all the kills because it was a lot to handle. But the standout to me here is Sinove Makodi Lunn, who plays Cecilia Peterson, the doctor. I also found it fascinating to watch all of the con artists be clean cut during the operation, and then you see how they really are afterwards, like all messy, slutty, and unkept. You know we need slutty, it's a requirement. But Cecilia really was a scene stealer here. Every scene that she's in, things just got more interesting because that's where things start to really progress. She's the mastermind of the whole scheme, and she looks amazing. The camera loves her, and I wanted to see how unconventional justice was going to be served to her in the third act. And I just love how the 3 scammers are in life and death threatening situations, right, because of her. And she's standing there playing cheerleader with her pink pom-poms out, cheering them on to do bodily harm to themselves. Don't you just love that? Okay. So I only have 4 small gripes, and it's Amanda Young's character. It has nothing to do with her performance, and more so to do with the awful wig from the dollar store, but she looks unrecognizable. I don't know if she had work done, cheek injections or not, but she just looked like someone else altogether. I also wish Cecilia had more scenes and they made her a bit more evil. She just wasn't badass enough and didn't get more dialogue to really shine at how horrible she was. They definitely could have cranked things up a bit. I will say the kills do get less and less gruesome as they go along, and you always want to go out with a bang. I also thought the motivation for Cecilia could have been more intriguing. When the reveal comes out, I was like, that's all? Damn, please be inventive. Now, there are several twists and reveals, and they were good, but I wish it had more of a punch when it comes out. So this brings me to my final thoughts, and this gets an 8 out of 10 from me. It's not my kind of genre, but I think it's well made. I like the origin and revenge aspect. It has its inventive moments and looks good. The majority of it takes place in one location, which I liked, and it added to the sense of being unable to escape. The performances were really well done. It had its unpredictable moments, along with its twists and reveals, albeit not the most inventive Saw movie. It ends up being more of the same, but well executed. So this is a big green light from me, and it's definitely a green light if you're a fan of the franchise and want to see the next installment. So definitely check this out on the big screen where it's meant to be seen. So thank you again for checking out my review. If you like, please subscribe, helps the channel out a lot. Hit that thumbs up button, feel free to share this with your friends, and if you happen to have a movie you'd like me to review, please let me know. I'd be happy to watch and illustrate it for a future video. Thanks again, and I hope the pictures put a smile on your face.